Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.
Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to the Cheap Seats on WLCN
This live video stream is
FM. We are broadcasting live downtown at Joe Ryan Country Financial. You can listen to us on the go, download the Mixler app, or you can watch our live stream on YouTube. Search WLCN 96.3 FM. Good morning, fellas. It seems like it's been a while. Jim gave us the week off last week for Thanksgiving. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving.
Yes, we did. Yeah, no one answered you.
Well, I had the best turkey ever.
How good was it?
It was good.
I bet your father-in-law made
Chef
it.
Neil over here cooked the turkey. It was fantastic.
Real good.
Best one I did.
Take credit for it, Neil.
I put it on the grill and ran and hid.
Yeah. And
did you make stuffing?
Nope.
You made the turkey.
I don't know how.
Did you make turkey, really?
He did.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
It was good.
No, is it dry? Anything like that old movie we used to see, Christmas Vacation?
No, it didn't do that.
Nope, it was good. But, a lot's happened since we've been on the air. The last, the Railers kicked off their season with the Lincoln Eaton round-robin tournament out at the high school. And come out of that tournament 2-2, Coach. Early in the season, what are some things that you like about your team and some things that I know what we need to work on, but obviously you had a full week of practice to prepare for tonight. But coming out of that tournament, Coach, what are some things that you saw from your team that you liked and some of the things that you need a lot of work on?
Well, we spent a lot of time on offense trying to score, and it still didn't seem to work. But we've neglected our defense. But yet, the positive things, our kids play so hard, and I don't care what sport you play. If you play hard and and make your mistakes playing hard, usually good things happen. And defensively, we still haven't given up over 40 points in a game. But you got to be able to score more than 40. So that's kind of the positive and negative of the thing is, defense is good for no more time than we spent on it. And then offensively, we've got to shuffle people around. We got to see what we got to be able to score some points.
Well, after night one, Coach, I mean, you guys were able to score that night, but then unfortunately you ran into some good defenses the next two nights in Althoff and Mount Zion. You knew that was going to be a tough one. And Mount Zion, they're a very good basketball team.
Ranked, correct?
I haven't seen any rankings, but I don't really pay attention. But they're good.
I was to say, I thought I heard
they're really good, and they're really young. Got a 6'8" sophomore that just dominates in the paint, and then they've got 2-3 guards that go with it. They've got a power forward that's really, really good, and I really like their chemistry and what they have, and they're very solid. And then Althoff's much improved, and again, we didn't do things to win that one. We kind of let that one get away on a last-second shot. You got to come up with a rebound there at the tail end of the game and force the overtime, but we didn't get that done. So the kids know what they've done and where they're going. And again, what you saw in the games, as hard as they played, that's how they practice. So good things are going to happen.
Well, you knew one thing going in that, we saw a lot of pressure from Althoff, a lot of pressure from Mount Zion, and we talked about it after the game. You can't really practice for that, the pressure and the physicalness of the game. And is that something you tell your kids? You have to be more physical, and I mean they play hard.
But I think we're physical. I think you put Drew Hayes in there, and you put Frank Sanders in there, and those are two pretty good-sized boys. And we've got some guys that can get in you defensively, and we're not big at the wings this year, but we have more quickness at the wings than we've had in the past. So we've got to make the adjustment of how you're going to play. If you're bigger, taller, or longer, you can do different things than if you're smaller and quicker. So we've got to put, we got to play with what we got, so we've got to make those adjustments. Now,
you're pretty deep off the bench. You got Comnick and Smith coming off the bench. So that's got to be, if you're ever in foul trouble, you have guys to come off the bench.
Well, we can go deeper than that. You got Miller, you got Horn. You can go about 10 deep, 11 deep, and but that's not good for scoring. You have to get into a rhythm, and playing 2 minutes and out of the game, play 2 minutes out, take one shot here, one shot there. It's not going to get you into a rhythm to score. So we've got to settle into what we're going to do, and sometimes accepting roles on a team is tough to do, but that's things we've got to do, settle into our roles and what we're going to do, how we're going to play, and everything. So we'll just continue to build on that. And again, they play hard, and I don't think anybody can doubt that. But we've got to be able to do some things offensively.
Now, Coach, in the tournament, you implemented the shot clock just for the tournament, obviously. Give us your feelings on that. Personally, I like it.
I really like it, and I wish they would make a move on it real quick. But they're dragging their feet on it. I think your 3 and 4A boys really would like to have it. I'm not sure about 1 and 2A boys. I'm not sure about girls. But you can't mix and match. You can't say, okay, 3 and 4 is going to play, because you've got conferences that's got 2A schools in it, 3A schools, so how are you going to play? So it's either all or none, and I think that's the holdback on what they're trying to do. But it keeps the game moving so much, and there's not that somebody pulling the ball out and holding it for 2-3 minutes and standing out the half court with it under their arm. You got to go play. And
another key is you don't have me running it.
Yeah, because we get 35 seconds quite often. I'd hope. Or he'd reset to 20.
I would want no part of that. Yeah. Is that an individual running it?
Yeah.
That's a tough gig there.
Yeah. It seems to be, you would think it is, but it's really not, because all resets are to 35 seconds.
Yeah.
All you got to do is hit the rim, reset. Hit the rim, reset. At the college level, if you got to determine whether offensive rebound rebound, defensive rebound on how you reset it. You know, if I shoot it, I got to hit a 20-second reset. If it's under 20.
That's a pretty high-paying position, then.
At the college level, you know, if you're, well, it's a 30 second to begin with. So if you get to 25 seconds, you get an offensive rebound. I'm not sure there's a reset. I'm not sure of that, because you're not going to lose 5 seconds.
Now, the coaches will help them out, though, right?
I'm sure they will.
If what should be called.
I'm sure, if you know the rule. But right now, all it does is hit the rim. It resets to 35. The only time it resets to 20 seconds, if you get a kickball and it's under 20 seconds, it goes back to 20. And that's a dead ball in which the officials can set the shot clock. So to me, it's pretty simple to do.
Well, so is that another year they're thinking about it, or what?
They're not this year. You know, they're just still using a kind of at the tournaments, shootouts. The girls have yet to play with it, but they are going to play with it at the O'Fallon shootout this year. So, but our girls aren't.
It's not going to affect our girls any. I mean, it's pretty quick.
It will probably help them, because it's going to force teams to have to play instead of try to shorten the game on them. And but anyway, it's. I love it. I just wish they would make a move on it.
That's good.
Have you had any conversations with the IHSA about how the tournament went, and you know how?
Well, first of all, you got to apply. If you're hosting a tournament, you have to apply to be able to use a shot clock. And then once the tournament's over, they'll send you a survey in which you have to answer a few questions about, you know, they're just gathering data about the use of it. So
sounds to me like they're concentrating more on football districts right now than a shot clock in basketball.
Yeah,
I was going to go there. I was waiting until we were done with basketball.
Well, we kind of we go back, and we got to give some credit where credit's due, because you have some officials coming into these games that are probably unfamiliar with the shot clock, so you know they have to do a little extra preparation to, you know, the rules and all that. And you know, for the most part, it went flawlessly. You know, it was, you know, I didn't see any major deals, or even there was only maybe a handful of shot clock violations through the whole tournament.
Yeah, you know, it's not, but it keeps the game moving. You can't go out there. Decatur MacArthur's really, if they get you down 5, I don't care if it's in the first quarter, they'll pull it out to half court and hold it. You know, and this forces people to play. So we get to play 4 more games. Collinsville will use the tournament or the shot clock at their tournament. They did last year, and we experienced it. And you know, from Collinsville to using it in ours, I haven't changed. I really like it.
Yeah, it's fun. It makes it it speeds up the game a little bit, and you know, you don't take the air out of the ball.
The question's still out on whether I like the erasing the fouls.
That was going to be my next question.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
I mean, one game, the Mount Zion game, we played, and I thought it was a very physical game, and we shot 2 free throws. Both of them were a technical foul. We didn't even get to the line playing the game.
What's their thought on that?
You know,
speed up the game, I guess, maybe a little bit. I mean,
it's definitely made the game go quicker because there's not as many free throws.
Mm-hmm. Well,
sometimes that's good.
Well,
I mean, yeah. But as long as you make your free throws,
you make them. And
yeah. I was going to say, I just, from a coach's aspect, I wouldn't know. I didn't know how you felt about it and where it came from. Like they
just threw that out there.
Say, was that something that was even discussed?
The girls collegiate, they play with that way. They play, they reset. They play quarters. They play 10-minute quarters. I don't know what the limit is on the fouls, on how many, but they reset at the end of the first quarter, halftime, and third quarter. You do not reset if you go into overtime from the fourth quarter. Okay. The fouls carry over.
Didn't know that.
Makes sense.
Makes sense, yeah.
Well, you know, you get to overtime, now you want somebody shooting free throws to hopefully get the game over.
Right.
And would it change the way you put kids in and out? Who's a good free throw shooter and who's not?
I think eventually, if you got 0 fouls in the first quarter, at the end of the first quarter, you can go out there and just hack away. You got 4 to give.
Now that's my kind of game.
Yeah, you'd be good.
Well, Coach,
Actually, Coach, the kids transitioning over from football. Have you noticed
It takes a little
them
bit.
coming together with the team?
Yeah,
that's got to be a little bit of a issue right off the beginning here.
Yeah, it was, but the conditioning is a big issue, and I don't care what sport you go from, even soccer to basketball. You'd think soccer kids would be in condition. It's a totally different condition. There's more stop, go, change of pace, change of direction. Then, soccer, you can take off and you can run 100 yards. But and I'm not saying they're not in shape, but they're in soccer shape.
Sure.
There's basketball shape, there's football shape, baseball shape. Everything's a totally different type of conditioning. So
we wouldn't know anything about that.
Conditioning,
you forgot all about
I
that.
think Scott put some on his hair, but that's all we know about it.
Yeah,
I used to have a
that's the only
coach that said
conditioning I used.
he used to say basketball was the most physical game there is. He's like, even over football, and he was coaching both. And he says, if you can be good at football, but you're not going to be as physical unless you're playing basketball. So,
Basketball is a physical sport.
Well, they all are.
Yeah.
I mean, just got to be, the emphasis on the weight room over the last, the years have really made the games more physical. Back when I played football in the 70s, you
70s.
You played, you just played. Nobody lifted weights. We didn't have a weight room. You just went out and played and enjoyed the game. And as time's gone on, I think they want to hurt you now.
Yeah.
When they play, they're bigger, they're stronger, they're faster.
that's my kind of game.
You got Big Frank down in that paint.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Those Twin Towers are two good athletes.
Over the last year,
the Beef Brothers.
Yeah.
Big dudes.
And both Sanders a junior and Hayes he's a junior. He's a junior, yeah. So that's something that you get to build on in the future. But we'll talk about the present now, Coach. Kicking off the Central State 8 today over in Springfield. It's got to feel pretty good being back in the Central State 8.
Well, the first thing is,
don't smile.
It's a 40-minute bus ride. 40 minutes,
and
I'm door to door.
Yeah.
So I'm grinning about that. So.
Well, you get to kind of relight some rivalries that you've seen in the past. And
I've said this all along. The Apollo was a good conference.
Oh, yeah.
Those are good schools. They're good people to deal with.
And the academics.
It was a good experience, but the traveling was just brutal. So going back to Central State 8, plus in the Apollo, it was so far. Our fans didn't follow. I felt like just everybody else. We'd have just basically a few parents in the stands on some of those road trips that we took. Just like last night for the girls' game, Sacred Heart Griffin had a nice crowd there. We had a nice crowd, so it just makes for a better environment for our kids to play in. And again, you said it. We get to reignite some of our rivalries that we've had, and we've missed that. And we've got a lot of them. Tonight, Lanphier, Southeast, Chatham.
Sure.
I think you take a look at them, and most all our conference schools, you have a little bit of a rivalry where, you played the others, even after, 6 years in there, we really didn't have a big-time rivalry like a Lincoln Lanphier or Southeast.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. So that's going to be fun. And Glenwood,
that's a 24-23. That's why you want the shot clock.
That's right. No kidding.
Now, is Blakeman back at Glenwood?
Blakeman's back.
That's what I thought.
So I'm going to call him and tell him, hey, you get 3 passes and you got to shoot.
Did you pull him out of retirement, after he found out Lincoln's coming back in Central State 8?
I don't know.
Probably wants a piece of you. That's why he came back.
Everybody wants that.
So we kick it off tonight, Coach, down at the BOS Center in Springfield, taking on a very good Sacred Heart Griffin team. You know, they've been fantastic in the past. I don't know what they have returning, but you can expect a physical game, and you know, they've got some shooters, and it'll be a tough one for us.
Well, what was it? 2 years ago, they got beat in the championship game, or did they won? They won it.
They won it.
Won it on a last-second shot from the top of the key. And then they got beat in the Super last year. So they're at the top of the. You know, they're doing very well. They did lose a lot of their kids, so I know they're playing a lot of young ones and rebuilding and so forth. But they're still skilled and very physical and very quick and athletic. So tonight will be a good challenge for us because those type of teams give us fits. So I'm looking forward to it. If you're not doing anything today and want to get back into the Central State 8 mood, it starts at noon today, where all Central State 8 schools are playing at the BOS Center in Springfield. So
$6 to get in. You can watch basketball all day.
All day.
Yeah. So you going, Jake, all day?
No.
He's asleep now.
No, I've got a furniture store to run, my friend.
Oh, that thing runs itself.
Yeah, I wish.
So how do you get the kids ready to shoot in that open atmosphere? You don't. You just
hope that they find
It's
the
a little
bucket.
different.
It is. You know, I gave the kids a little bit of, we got those big fans in the gym now, and there's times where they'll shoot and miss, and completely. So you guys need to be turning the fans off, kind of blaming it on the fans, but it is different.
Higher.
It is different. Plus, you're playing on a college link floor, so which is 10 feet longer than the high school floor.
Yeah, and that crowd all the way around it. It's just a little different atmosphere.
It's fun. I've got a lot of great memories there at the, convention center. You go back to, what was it?
2014.
14, and then you go back to the Lanphier.
What was it, triple overtime?
That was a Lanphier game. That was, about 97, somewhere in there.
You know, I was going to St. Louis. I still haven't forgot it. I was going to St. Louis to Vegas on a late flight and kept listening to it on the radio, and it kept going on and on and on, and then all of a sudden, I'd lose it for 3 seconds, and then it'd come back on, and then there was no internet and stuff back then, so I didn't know what happened till the next day.
Oh man, we still won. We still won that one. If we'd have had a clock up on the thing, or the red around the backboard when the buzzer goes off, we'd have won that game. But the clock was above. Nobody could see it. It was so loud in there. Nobody could hear anything. So, oh well.
And that was a super, or something? What was that?
That was a sectional final.
Sectional final. Yeah, I remember.
And Lanphier,
good ball club.
Lanphier was loaded that year, and we made 18 threes that night.
Wow.
Was that Komnick hitting some?
Yeah.
That was Komnick.
That was
the
a good team.
Osbornes. Osborne brothers. That was a great game.
Yeah,
back and forth.
I was there. I remember there was kids crowd surfing. I mean, it was fun.
Yeah.
Did they get you up on that crowd surfing?
No.
Thinner then?
No. I threw Steve Richardson up there, though. He was
thinner.
Yeah.
You get Steve-O up there.
I think that was his senior year, I think it was 96, 97, something like that.
Yeah.
It's a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's jump a minute before you get out of here, because you're weaving and bobbing. I thought you played the drums over there like Neil Peart sitting around.
We got a JV wrestling tournament going on.
But let's talk about districting. Couldn't even say it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
It was in and then out. I've forgotten now how it got back out.
It was voted in, and then the mock district, the mock lineups came out. So somebody's got some pull somewhere, because they got it back to a revote before they even got to experiment with it, and barely got it voted out. I think a lot of things over the since that's happened, I think it was 19 maybe, 2019, so 4 years ago. A lot of things have happened. When you're looking for non-conference games, schools like Rochester can't find non-conference games. Nobody will play them. So they're going to have to go they're going to have to go out of state. I think they've got one out of St. Louis that they're playing. But a lot of the schools are having a hard time finding games and everything because everybody's searching for that fifth win. Well, the districting, the way they've proposed it now, would be your games, you would be putting districts of 8, and then the top 4 out of each district would qualify for the playoffs. So regardless of record, then you'd get 2 non-conference games, which wouldn't affect whether you get into the playoffs, but they would affect your seeding in the playoffs once you got in. So there's a lot of red tape.
And all conferences gone, right?
Yes,
There would be no conferences for football.
Oh, yeah, yes, football.
But it would eliminate everybody jumping conferences and looking to move somewhere to be able to get 5 wins. There's a lot of travel taking place now because conferences are all over the place. So it'll be interesting. It starts Monday.
Helpful to us?
I think so.
I know when it first came out, we thought it would be.
Yeah.
Didn't know if that had changed anything.
Yeah. It would, and again, you get to find 2 non-conference games. We're already in the process, and we've already got, if it would happen to go, we've already got where we want to go with it. We've got one team that's pretty much, we've agreed on starting a rivalry with them and, have a traveling trophy. But if it doesn't come through, then that's not an option. So,
and if it did, would it be next year, or would it?
I thought they said 24.
Yeah, right away.
Somebody's got a lot of work to do.
Well,
we'll get Sam Knox over and see what he says.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Sam's in charge of football, and if anybody can do it, Sam can do it.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, we need to get old Sammy on there. He's usually good for a show or 2.
He'll know what we want when we call him now, and he'll go, well, I'll get back to you.
That's about right.
Or he just won't answer.
When they get ready to push out the pairings or the sites or whatever, it's always done at 4 o'clock on Friday. They push the button and run.
Yeah, we're out of the office.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it'd be interesting to see what happens.
Myself, but
that'll be done like the 10th or something, right? It's supposed to be.
The voting goes from the 4th through the 18th.
Or the 18th.
So it'll be right before Christmas, and then it'll come back out right after Christmas on where we're going with the proposals.
Very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Sounds like a possibility.
I got it, Jim. Who was here?
Yeah, our cords. If Lincoln Basketball Boosters would like to support wireless devices,
look at it.
I have no clue about technology.
Well, we just want your money. We don't.
We know you got a pile of that.
We'll get the right stuff. But Coach, we're getting right down into the thick of things now. Basketball's here. Kind of snuck up on us a little bit. It seems like it does every year, and
it was a great fall.
Yeah,
our kids had a great fall, and hopefully it'll carry right on over. And I would like to go back, and I don't know if you all had a chance to watch our volleyball kids play, but boy, they were just so close to winning it, and that was awesome. That championship game was unbelievable. It was the way you like to see volleyball.
To watch.
Yeah, very fun to watch.
Yep.
But unfortunately fell a little short.
Congratulations to those girls and football team making the playoffs, and Becca winning the cross country, and a lot of good things going on.
Absolutely.
Keeps an AD busy.
Yeah, that's okay.
Keeps him young. Look how young.
Yeah, young.
Yeah.
Young or old, but I have to deal with my son-in-law.
Well, that'll age you a few years.
He's going to get you something real nice for Christmas, Clark.
I'm sure.
Real nice. I've already got it picked out. Well, Coach, I know you got things to do this morning. 7:30 tip-off tonight. Hopefully. I mean, with that many games going on before yours.
Our tournament, I set the games up an hour and 45 minutes, and we stayed on time, but we had some with 25, 30 minutes in between games. I think the games are moving a lot quicker with the foul the fouling and shooting two and so forth, and they're moving along pretty quick. So I would like to hope to think we'll be close to 7:30. I know one year we had a game scheduled at 7:30, and it was after 10 before we started. We had the last game.
Yeah, we don't want that.
So, no.
Oh, that's miserable.
It's a long day.
So
Yeah.
Only for us old people. The kids don't care.
Yeah.
no, they don't. They don't. Yeah, they'll play at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, they're probably ready to play.
If you let them play at 1,
Their prime time at 1.
yeah, if you let them play at 1, you're going to see a different level of enthusiasm.
From who?
Them, hopefully.
From you. I know that.
I'll be asleep.
You have J-Mac on staff still, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, you'll be all right.
He's a good motivator. But yeah. All right, Coach. Well, thanks for coming in today. The first of many to come. I know we have to get you here on Saturday mornings, but we always enjoy having you, and hopefully the Railers have a good season. It's a little easier to talk about when you have a good season than a bad.
We'll be okay.
But more times than not, it's,
we don't talk about wins and losses. We talk about doing it the right way, playing hard, playing together, and being a part of a team. And all the good things usually result in being on the right side.
Well, before you escape, you want to throw any Illinois basketball stuff at us for the fans?
Well, I know next 3 games are pretty serious stuff.
How about Northwestern beating Purdue last night?
Well, Northwestern's pretty good.
Yeah, they are.
Anymore anything can happen.
Talk about a team that knows how to use a shot clock.
You guys probably watched the football transfer portal. That most of these kids they're being poached away during the year.
It's amazing.
It's not even.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
But
no,
I don't know that you'll ever fix it.
It's not going anywhere.
Well, I love it.
Yeah.
Only you, Jake.
Oh, of course. He don't even watch it. He just.
I don't even know. How'd you get on this show?
Yeah.
I'm questioning myself that every day. That paycheck keeps coming in, though. I ain't walking away.
Paycheck drops in. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Jim's like, we're paying him? Wait a minute.
You better audit that, Jim.
But yeah, the portal, the NIL, it's really putting the hurts on college sports.
Well, it also, how do you coach them? I mean, you raise your voice at them one day, and they're saying, "I'm leaving."
Yep, I'm done with this.
Yeah, I mean, in Illinois' situation, looks like they have to go out and find a quarterback every year, and you can't bring in that young kid and develop him and know the system, and it's who are we going to have back there next year?
Isaiah Williams, you got to give a lot of credit. I mean, he come in as a quarterback, and he's moved and made himself pretty good.
Yeah,
made the adjustment to a wide receiver, and those are always the good stories that you hear from college. And he stuck it out 4 years, they're getting close to being done with the COVID era, where everybody's got about 10 years of eligibility.
Yeah, no kidding.
So,
well, what is it to get a starting, even a freshman quarterback? It's $1 million, right?
Oh,
probably.
I'm sure.
I mean, for all the big conferences, it's $1 million.
Yeah.
Now, if you're bringing them in from a transfer portal, you're $1.5 million.
Well, it's
amazing.
Well, anymore you bring a freshman in, and they're not ready to play. But they're gaining experience by practicing and things, and then they run off and go be successful because they've gotten older. If you check the NCAA, you got Duke, you got the 2 big ones are Duke and Kentucky, who rely on so-called 5-star. Well, those kids are 18, 19 years old, but the teams that are winning now are teams that are 24, 25 years old. These young kids can't play against them. I don't care if they're a 5-star, a top of the list, or whatever. And that's why Illinois probably has a better chance this year, because they're one of the older teams in the country.
Let's hope.
Well,
so.
I like the olden days.
Well, I do too.
Where you watch that kid develop and become a senior.
You got attached to him.
Yeah.
You can't get attached to him.
Well, you see a kid like Brian Cook or something come in, gets playing time his freshman year. Maybe he's far from being a star, but then his junior year, like, man, he's really developed. Then his junior year, he's like, well, he's all Big Ten.
Yep.
Then his senior year, he's
Player of the year.
Player of the year.
Yeah, I mean, these kids are still growing, still getting stronger.
Yeah.
When you come in as a freshman, you're straight out of high school.
Yep.
It takes a little while.
Yeah. Plus the fact, if you're not a top 100 player, you don't have a chance at it.
Yeah.
Because everybody's going to the portal now.
Yeah, it's
ruining it.
I don't
know how we fix
it's
it.
not good. Well,
Will never be fixed.
Never.
It'll never go back.
Nope.
No.
You let government get into it. And
End up closing colleges over, won't they?
Well, a lot of coaches lose their jobs now. Shuffling out all this money, you got to win, and it's here. But, Coach, I know you got to get going. Good luck tonight. Hopefully the Rather faithful makes that trip down to Springfield. See some really good basketball down there at the BOS Center.
Yeah, we hope to see, and hopefully we're excited about going back again and starting it over in the Central State 8. And, again, we've mentioned it throughout the show here about the rivalries and things, and, Griffin's one of them. So tonight is a kind of a let's get after it and see where we're at, and our goal is the same as always been: advance as far as we can in the state tournament. The rest will take care of itself. So but you got to take them one at a time. One of the different things in the Central State 8 is we do not play everybody twice in a conference. You only play them once. There's 10 conference games instead of 20.
No, I didn't realize that.
I didn't either.
Yeah. So if you're looking at our schedule, there's an asterisk behind a school that's identifying the conference games.
Okay.
So this is kind of a neutral court, but not really. But this is the only time you're going to play SHG?
We play them again, but it's just a non-conference game. We've got 4 schools we're playing twice, but the second time is non-conference.
Really?
Yep.
And why is that? Is it? I mean,
they didn't want, and it's kind of football the same way. They're trying to open it up to where your bottom schools have the option to go out and pick up some non-conference games to win. They've done that in football. Mm-hmm. By opening up that you get 2 non-conference games. Our 2 non-conference games this year was Lanphier and Southeast. It'll be next 2 years. That's who our non-conference games will be.
Got to get those 2 in. You got to play there and here.
Yeah. So
I didn't know that. That's something new.
And we learn something new every day.
We
here on
do.
the
That's
show.
why we have him on.
That's right.
He's the magic man.
He's the brains behind
It's
the operation.
funny you say we learned something. You're not going to retain that.
Oh, I will. That's probably true.
Define retain.
Yeah.
I know we're retaining some water.
I didn't say we would remember. I say we learned. All right, Coach. We'll let you get out of here. Once again, thanks for coming, and we'll see you tonight at the BOS Center.
Okay. Looking forward to it.
Let's take a commercial break. We come back. We'll have more here on the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
This is Dan Duff, former Lincoln High School basketball player, and you're listening to Cheap Seats with Joe, Jake, Jim, Lloyd, and Shabadoo on 96.3 FM WLCN.
FM. Jim, you think we can pull up that song that Joe's been singing all darn morning? What is it?
Crimsons.
Yeah, I mean, now that
Roll
song
Tide
is stuck in my head,
It's a good song.
and I don't know why you just.
Joan Jett sings it well.
Well, I don't care who sings it, but you've been making my ears bleed all morning with it.
Well, I just started my voice lessons and stuff, so
Yeah. Well, they're going
it's
great.
not going to go real well in the beginning like anything else.
They're going good. I mean, you got the voice of an angel.
Yeah, it's
But
an angel, all right.
Basketball season's among us, boys. I know Jake's wanting to talk a little baseball. He's pretty excited about the Cardinals winter meetings going on right now. A lot of free agents
Jake's
still
just an
out
exciting
there.
guy.
Wait
He's
a minute.
exciting.
By excited, you mean angry.
Oh,
He's an angry little
so
elf.
you were being a little
Call
sarcastic.
me an elf one more time.
Do you need to run across this
I'll
table?
get this little table out.
and-
Oh, he'll break that. Don't get on top of the table.
Yeah. He was going to.
Let's tell you what,
You got a
we'll
little
do it.
scared there.
Peel your shirt off and get on this table and come at me. I think the fans would love it.
Oh, the fans would love it.
You're an angry little elf.
That table, not so much.
Now the beloved Cardinal are making some moves. We needed some things to happen, and we got a couple of inning eaters that like to serve up long balls. I mean, they serve up a long balls. I mean, they go all the way out there, long.
And that's what us Cub fans like.
I have a feeling you might enjoy this one.
Well, we'll see.
Now,
Still,
Sonny Gray's pretty solid. I will say that. That's a good sign there.
but he's not a Sonny Gray of, we'll say, 5, 6, 7
I think
years
he's better.
ago. You think he's
I
better?
think he's better.
Is he from the Anatomy?
He definitely pitches really well. Stays out of issues. He'll let guys get on. Settles it with double plays. I mean, that's kind of the Cardinal way. And if our defense is decent up the middle, we'll be pretty good with him on the mound. However, you got to look at last year what we had done. Even Michaelis was probably our best pitcher, and boy, it was a rough year for him. And now you're bringing Gibson. Now I will say this. You want to give a guy a chance to resurrect his career or make it go in a way you hadn't seen yet. You put him in basically a town that he considers his hometown now. His family lives there. I believe his wife's mom and dad live there. They're there often. They visit there often, and that may change a lot of things for him. Being closer to home, I guess is the best way to say it. But Lance Lynn, I mean, he does eat up a lot of innings, but he will also allow a few runs.
Well, the more innings you pitch, the more runs you give up.
That's especially nowadays. Nowadays, most pitchers are about 5 innings.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what, if you can get these pitchers through 5 innings.
And the problem for the Cardinals last year is we were going 3.
Yeah, that's not a very good.
Not good for your bullpen.
Were they getting paid as much as the guys that were going 5?
They were actually, yes, which was amazing. We'll see what happens. They also have a log jam in the outfield, and they actually have a couple prospects for the infield that are looking really solid that they need to come up as well. So we kind of have a log jam there as well. The Cardinals need to make some moves, and they're going to have to trade a couple guys that the fan base they're not going to like seeing them go. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what the old Mazalock or Mozeliak.
Old Mo,
Yeah.
and they're saying that this is supposed to be his swan song. Like this is it for him. He's retiring after this year.
Oh, well,
so
he may get fired.
It looks like he's still sitting on the pocketbook, but I mean we'll see. I mean so far we haven't lost draft picks and whatnot.
Maybe the Bidwells are helping from the old Cardinal football team.
Yeah.
They're great owners.
Set them up to move them out.
Yeah. Great. You know, and being a Cubs fan, all the, you know, you get on social media and you see the rumors, the hot stove, you know, Ohtani's still out there. Who's he going to sign with? Cubs are in the mix, as well as the Dodgers, San Francisco.
I'd have to think Seattle would be in the mix too, but
I don't think so. You know, Toronto, you know, they kind of, you know, rumor is they're in the mix. And then you can't count out the Yankees. And then, you know, Juan Soto, Padres are trying to move him.
You want a team that could be kind of like under the radar, nobody's talking about it at all? Miami.
Yeah, but that's one of them.
Going to Miami.
That's one of them low market teams. I mean,
but you know how Miami is. They'll go ahead and throw all the money in the world at a player, get him to sign, see if they can win it, and then dump him.
And then trade him.
And
that comes down to the contracts too. You know, if there's no trade clause, and you know,
if Ohtani was pitching well and you got Alcantara there.
Well, he's not pitching next year.
No, it'd be the following year.
It'd be the following year, but you know, he's gonna demand anywhere between 500, 600 million, and you know.
You think he'll get to that?
I think so.
Even with missing the first year as a pitcher? Because he'll still be hitting.
He'll still be hitting.
So is he worth that?
Yeah. Well, apparently he is. You know, and just the rumors, and I'm ready for it to let's get this going. Let's get some things signed, you know, see what kind of team we're going to have. Cubs already made a big, well, I don't know if it's a big splash, but, you know, they fire Ross and hire Craig Counsell from Milwaukee.
Is that an upgrade?
I think so.
Do you? I'm just saying it out loud.
Look what he did at Milwaukee. Milwaukee, they don't spend a lot of money.
Oh.
You know, and
you're right.
And
he made the best pitching staff that should have been for the next 5-6 years into an average pitching staff because all the starting pitchers' arms got blown.
Well, you know, it's not his fault.
No.
You're paid to pitch.
Hey.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
It seemed like Ross had a pretty good handle on the team.
Well, you saw what Ross did there towards the end of the season where they kind of just fell apart. Did he handle the pitching staff correctly? I don't know. I mean,
did they go out and give him any help at the trade deadline?
No.
Any help? I don't know. What did they add?
Not
at the
much.
So nothing really?
Nothing.
So they had a chance, and they were right there winning the division.
Why are you yelling at me?
I'm just asking questions. They want to answer.
He got large on us.
I liked Ross. I liked Ross.
Well, I like Ross too.
I liked him because I felt like the Cardinals could beat him pretty quick.
But I also like winning World Series.
Yeah.
So I don't care.
Council's won how many of them?
Well, none. But, you know, I just, you know, I don't care what you do.
You should. Let's hire Dusty Baker back.
No.
Might as well.
Pass.
You like winning World Series, you said.
Yeah, I do.
He's been to them and he's won some.
I've seen one.
Yeah.
I want more.
Yeah, so Dusty would have been your guy. Why wouldn't he went after Dusty?
Well, we've had Dusty before. Didn't work out too well.
You think Council will, so that's weird.
Did I say I think it will?
Such a weird thing.
Why is he so mean? He's an angry little elf.
I like it. You know, when you guys are talking about pitchers, it seems to me like in the real days of baseball that, like, if you only got through 5 innings, it was kind of a failure.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, I was just looking at
and now
Bob Gibson.
They celebrate your success.
Yeah, you got us 5 solid innings. Thanks.
Wow. Earlier in the week, they were comparing Gibson and Pedro Martinez, and they showed how many innings they went per start. For Gibson that year, he went. The first 2 games were 7 innings. Then it was 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 12, 11, 9, 9, 9, 12, 5, 7.
And the ERA stayed down there.
Yeah, I don't think he had any games under 7, and I think there was only 3 the entire year.
Yeah, if you could only throw 5, they let you go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
now you're highly paid, successful.
You are the man. You're an ace,
and getting paid. Buku butts.
You think that much money is what he'll get?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Holy!
I think he'll be high 4s on the low side. and that's because of his injury.
I don't know.
But I think actually probably what it'd be high fours and then incentives.
And,
once he's
maybe
pitching,
some
that gets him up to probably 6.
and maybe backloaded on that contract. Who knows?
It'd be like Bobby Bonilla, where you're making $25 million for 100
still
years.
Making or be part owner.
I kind of got to
that's a
take
thing.
back some of the stuff I said about Kyler Murray and his contract. Gosh, I guess he wasn't that bad a deal.
No, solid
deal.
He's a pretty solid player.
How about your boy Dobbs, who went to Minnesota, and boy, the Bears beat up on them.
I don't think either one of them beat up on. That was one of the most boring games I've ever seen,
wasn't it?
My lands.
So with going towards the Bears now, or I guess we're shifting.
We're cyber jumping.
Is Fields basically done as a Bear?
I don't think so.
I mean, I think he's a talented guy.
Yeah, he's a good
and the Bears
quarterback.
don't have a whole lot to have around him, but it almost sounds like the Bear faithful said, "Hey, we're done with this guy. Let's just move on."
How bad would the Bears be without him?
About the same.
Oh, I don't know.
Their offensive line's atrocious.
Their offensive line's not good. Need another receiver.
I was going to say, I don't remember a receiving corps that came into the season being so good and dropped so many balls.
They were so good coming in.
They were ranked. They were ranked as one of the better receiving corps in the game, weren't they?
No,
Am I wrong?
I think you're wrong.
Oh.
I mean, obviously,
I think we're going to have to go back to the
archives,
and take a look at this.
I'm sure Lloyd has it.
I'm pretty sure you were excited about it.
I was excited. I mean, I said 12-5, and boy, was I wrong. But
still can't believe.
Yes, you did say 12-5.
I did.
Holy!
Don't sit there and think that you knew.
I think my response.
I think we all knew.
I think my response was, if they get to 7, you ought to have a ticket day parade because that was the greatest season they've had in a long time.
That's still accomplishable.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Come on.
If they win that many, they'll burn them at the stake because they want the draft pick.
Well, we've got the number 1 pick right now and like the number 3 or 4 or maybe number 2. I don't know. No. But, I mean, now we're already looking towards next year, but it's depressing.
Yeah, let's get this year
looking at next year when they lost the Green Bay at the first game of the year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just been a train wreck. And then, I don't know, let's talk about something else.
Well, let's talk about college football.
And that's the show.
Big game last night. The Huskies beat up the favored Oregon Ducks. Now that's
your team there.
Overrated team in college football every year.
No, going to push back on you on that.
Let's push back. I like when you push back.
With Colorado.
Oh, whoa,
talk about overrated.
Not ranked all the time.
Look at me.
Not overrated.
Now look at Scott. Now look at Jim. Now look at my finger.
Pull it. We are the Three Stooges.
I'm telling you, man. Listen, tell me one team that's better than Colorado.
Well, I could name a bunch.
One team that's better?
One team.
Illinois.
Solid coaching.
Yeah, Dion. Sports Illustrated gave him Coach of the Year, and I'm not understanding for what, but
for what?
Just to show up.
That guy's been the same his entire career.
Joe hates Dion.
I don't hate him. I've just never been a fan of his.
No, he hates him. If Dion's listening, go ahead and give the show a call.
Did you watch the? Did you watch? Gosh, what was it on the other day? They had Dion being the first pick, and Dion was not the first pick. Dion went in the first round of the draft, as so did Barry Sanders, and Dion, he's first pick, and he had all the bling on and everything then, sunglasses and all that stuff. Nothing's changed. You thought he would have matured a little bit.
He came out. Why would he?
Yeah. No.
It's his personality.
He was a Hall of Famer year 3 of his career. And
I can't take anything away from what he
hadn't even went to the 49ers to win a championship, or the Cowboys to win a championship, or the
he was a gifted
Ravens
athlete.
as a
two-sport athlete.
Oh yeah,
it's unheard of.
That's not unheard of. Roy Jetstream Green, he started.
Bo Jackson.
They're out.
That's 3 out of
Dave Winfield.
Thousands.
He didn't play. He was drafted in 3 sports.
Michael Jordan.
I think is he the only athlete in history to be drafted in 3 sports?
I don't know. You should have that answer.
You said that to Jim, and he was petrified. Petrified.
Jim actually has all this knowledge in his nugget. He just doesn't like to let us all hear
if he could see his screen, he'd be able to Google a little better. We got to get him some readers.
I'll get him some.
Get that old boy some readers.
What are they?
for Christmas.
$4. We'll get him some.
I went over there and mulched his leaves up and heard something crunch. I was like, that sounded like glasses. Dang it.
You mulched his leaves?
Yeah.
Jim's?
Yeah.
Well, you're a nice guy.
I'm a man of the people.
Oh.
You really are.
You're something, all right.
You got big things going on out there at Jake's Furnishings, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Big sale going on. We've had great season.
You know what it's time for? End of the year sale.
Ooh.
Yeah, end of the year.
End of the year.
And guess what that leads right into?
Reduction. We are back, baby.
Guess what that end of the year sale leads right into?
Christmas.
That's beginning of the year sale. And then we'll head into that July 4th sale.
Inventory reduction.
Spring sale. Summer blowout.
Pre-summer sale. Mid-summer sale.
Yeah.
Post-summer sale.
Every time I buy furniture out there, I feel like I won.
You feel like you're just stealing.
I feel like,
you know what? Jesse James uses a gun. Don't need that, Jakes. Just stop on in. You'll be robbing it.
I don't know, Jesse. I think you're carrying a 6-shooter.
Yeah. Full of blanks.
Let's get them priced to move. Okay.
Oh, it's there, ready to go, man. We do have some big sales going on all through the end of the year.
I mean, everything's on sale.
Absolutely.
I mean,
mattresses.
It's hard to sell stuff. It's
recliners.
Got them.
Vignettes. Got them.
You want a lift chair?
Got them. I want that massage chair.
Got them.
How about a vignette that's set up for us so that we're not on love seats when we go out there?
Jim actually requested smaller love seats this time.
We had 2.
Yeah. Jim requested smaller ones.
We're in a warehouse full of furniture, and we're
cramped up
on some stuff that the Keebler elves set in. You know, let's
comfortable.
Yeah, we're not small guys. I think Jim thinks we're,
Well, let's face it. He has no furniture industry knowledge. He can't put a vignette together. That's where we look for you.
Look at me.
I just love the word vignette.
Look at me. Jim comes out of there with the express consent of his wife. Once he comes back and reports to her, then she will come out and tell him what he wants to think.
Plus,
well, that's right out of the playbook right there.
He doesn't really want to get out of bed and come hang out with us anyway, so he just throws us in a little confined space to control us.
Look how stoic Lloyd looks over there.
Yeah, what is going on with him? I was going to say something. Oh,
he looks bored.
He's getting ready for his big Christmas party.
Oh.
He is in full Christmas mode right
Kirby
now.
Christmas.
When is that?
When is that?
Got your Facebook.
We got the Facebook invite, you jerk.
I never got a Facebook
Yes, you
invite.
did, because you said interested on it.
No, I did not.
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
I'll be there. Aloha.
Huh?
You'll be in East Peoria.
Oh, we have a game. We have a game.
Steve Sloan voiced his opinion. He popped on. He's a big Dion fan.
Big Dion fan.
Yeah. Now he's mad.
Well, he should be mad at you.
He's mad. He wants us to like Dion.
Look at me.
Must be. You know what? I got a feeling he's an old Cowboy fan.
Look at me. Name me one cornerback better than Deion Sanders.
Roger Worley.
Good career.
Lester Haynes.
Hall of Famer.
You need one.
You don't even know these guys.
Roger Worley was a Hall of Famer too.
Yeah.
You know,
Colorado. I mean, they were relevant for about 3 weeks.
Yeah, they beat Nebraska, so I have nowhere to say.
You know, the hype. I mean, he brings the hype. He
they
sold
were fun.
tickets.
I'm going to say
fun.
it was fun to watch this year.
I like Dion, but
his kids are solid athletes.
But he also has a lot of commits that are bailing, jumping ship. What's up with that? I mean, that's just all through the whole.
I think I was going to say it's all college football. He'll also have, because of him being who he is, he'll have a whole bunch of transfers coming in.
I would see.
I mean, he can recruit from other schools. Yeah. You know, the ones he's playing right now, he can walk across the field and be like, "Hey, see you next year." You know?
It's so wrong.
It is.
It's just so.
And I love it.
It's called tampering. It's illegal.
He does love it.
I kind of love it. Stirs it up a
Well,
little.
Jake's always on the
Are you
opposite
are you in
side.
the union with Santa Claus? I mean, with all the elves, are you the union leader? Because you're an angry little elf.
You are an angry little elf. You was yelling at me earlier. I almost started crying.
It's one of the best shows we've ever had.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what,
They only get better.
It's a show about nothing.
It's time for us to go. It's 10:02 and Jim's ready to go. Joe, thanks for having us, buddy.
You know what? Thanks for coming up and enjoying some downtown spirit.
Downtown spirit. I love the Christmas trees over in the courthouse. It looks very
lights
festive.
light up.
Oh, and
nice.
the courthouse playing some music.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, get down here.
Get some music out there for us.
You know,
Absolutely.
Tammy went shopping last Saturday downtown. She said
it's fantastic.
everywhere was packed.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, so keep up
Jake's
the good work.
packed as well. Loved it.
Loved it. All right, that's going to do it for us today on the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM. Good day.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.